What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, episode 23 of the walkthrough. Picking up here in Jail Cave. So let's go pop our chest, get our H relief, rune arc this time. Alright, cool. I guess I keep thinking it's H relief every time I walk in a cave because that last one. And when I take notes, it's like armor, weapons, big stuff. Like, we don't write down every little thing. That's why when it's like consumables, I'm like, oh, let's just grab this item. I would never get an episode out if I, actually wrote every single little thing down. But regardless, we're not going to miss nothing. So that's, what's really important. So this place is weird, and how we have to navigate it is different. So instead of just kind of doing it slowly as we go along, what we'll really be doing is going to the very back for the most part, and kind of working our way forward. So there's going to be a lot of cells. Every cell you're passing is locked. Until you pull the lever to open up all the doors, there's nothing you can really do, right? It's going to fall, break, refall. So what we want to do is we want to pull that lever, then we're going to have to slowly go back through and just kind of open up everything. As you see, I guess you could kind of, get rid of everything on the way. It'd take too long, so we're not going to do that. So, like I mentioned, we're just going to kind of, see our lever's right there. That's going to open up all the doors. So we're just going to kind of ignore everything, go on down, and get this handled. Yeah, so Beastmen, we'll take these guys out as we go. We don't want to have to deal with the future corpses and Beastmen, so don't get overwhelmed. We'll just clear out whatever's in the open, then when we, pop all the cells, we'll just deal with that guy, all those guys then. So like I said, we're trying to get back into that room to, get on up there and pull that lever. So, when you get here, it's going to be a few, right here, a few Beastmen. Take them on out. We should be just kind of going forward, falling down, and dealing with some rats from this point on. I think there's like one big one and 2 or 3 little ones. Yeah, so typically, you'll just see one like scurry by. And these aren't the only ones though. There's another one that pops up. Watch that stamina. Ooh, watch that health too, dude. Alright, so now we got them. Just go and grab our stuff. And now we're almost where we need to be. So as we go up here, there is a poison trap. I never see it really, but I just try to get around it. And we shouldn't see it on the way back. So these guys put it there. They're kind of guarding the room. The Beastmen, that's what they use. They love their poison. They love their blood loss. Alright. Get your gold room 5, and we'll be able to pop this chest for another somber 5. We're going to have more than we could ever use. So, it's pretty cool. Anytime we find weapons, we know from this point, it's like we can take them all the way up to +5 every time. And that, where we are in the game, +5 is about right. You know what I mean? So, it's about where we should be. Make sure you pull that to get your all your cells open, and we can go out this door. It is good to probably get that door when you first come in case you get on that ledge and maybe one of those guys knocks you off it. You don't have that huge run around. Because that door is going to be locked just like it was before. So we know going out to the right is where we just were. So let's start there. Drop on down. Grab that. If you like dealing with your future corpses, you can. They're all just kind of explode themselves anyway, so. And really, we're just making a loop all the way back around to where we were. And there's cells everywhere, like every single where. You get popped, just seal through it, it's not too bad. But we do want to check every single cell. We're going to find a shield, we're going to find a weapon, we're going to find a lot of runes. Golly, I thought I had more time. Yeah, seem to be going off quicker than I remember. But I said, they kind of just sort themselves out, you know, it's not too bad. Alright, so we got all of them. And yeah, it's really just not that bad, you know, you're just trying to make sure you're not missing something. Wakizashi. If you didn't start off with samurai and you want like dual wield katanas, this is actually a dagger. However, if I want to be like, you know what, I really want to dual wield katanas, let me, you know, upgrade a couple of those. This dagger actually shares a moveset with katanas, meaning that you could dual wield it with the katana, and you know, there's moves you're going to link together for a shared moveset. Usually, like if you put a short sword in a katana, you hit L1, you're only going to swing your left weapon. R1, you're only going to swing your right. But since these, you know, they share a moveset, you could actually dual wield them. Now keep in mind, this dagger, it's got some length for a dagger, but it's a dagger, you know, so you're not going to have that big reach off two of them. But you are going to, you know, get that blood loss proc. So. It could be pretty nice, you know. Could go with our build pretty good. Put some blood loss affinities on them or whatever it is. Because we could also just come over here and switch back to your dagger, and then, you know, also have blood flame. You know, it's just you know, about your creativity, guys. That's what it's always going to come down to. So didn't want to show that off because it's kind of rare when you actually get a you know, weapons that mesh together with the moveset, you might say. So from here, I'm going to go on to the right. This is going to bring you all the way back to the start. So if I was to go up here, this is where we just were. You guys remember that tower? Remember I said we were going to circle all the way back around, so that's where we killed the rats. So just to bring it all back together, now, you know, we'll go out this way and actually, you know, progress the whole path. It's the same thing, right? Go on down. This time we're going to go to the left. But it's important to hit that path first so you don't, you know, you don't miss anything. Thank you. If you get your timing right, you can, like, you know, roll through it. Put him down. That brings you back to like the very start of the place. That's that cell that was previously locked off at the beginning, and we had to, you know, the floor broke, and we had to deal with all that. So. This guy should be by himself. You gotta watch it. You gotta be careful because they do pop up from underground too. So, you know, you want to be careful for that stuff. Are we still infected with poison? Alright, that should keep us straight. This really is the same moveset two-handing too. I was just curious. So from there, like I said, that brings you back to your side of grace. You know you're good. There's your cell door. Now we're going to go on down, drop down, and we have that wide, I'm not going to call it a double door, but it's like that wide gate where the beastmen were. That's kind of where we're aiming for now, guys. Just checking yourselves as we go, which all should be clear from our first route around. No, should have took you back, and left is how you progress. So we are at the end and almost to the boss. This is going to be another, like, Grave Warden duelist. I think this is the Frenzied Duelist. So I think we've only fought one at this point, and he was all the way back in Limgrave. He had, like, the double hammers. I think this guy's got the great axe though, so it's going to turn on our lantern. Oh, it was on. Okay. So it's really important to know. There's Stake Americas out here, so if you die to this boss, you're going to respawn here. So if you know you're going back to get your runes and you die in the fall, you're going to lose your runes. So really be careful dropping down here. You don't, you know, want to fall. Like I said, if you fall again, you're just dead. You're going to lose all your shit. This guy's coming straight for your head. Very delayed attacks. Hits like a truck, and he's a lot faster than you think, though, when they do come off. It's kind of just hard to read. Because he'll keep going. He doesn't have the most health. Like I said, he's just trying to keep going. There we go. Nothing few guard counters can't change, can't fix. That's gonna get you summons, putrid corpse ashes. So those guys are gonna like explode. So you know you can use those to your advantage. Then out here is gonna be our first true Dex Arcane weapon. You know you're actually gonna find for quite some time. Regalia of Eco Shade. So you're looking at 12 strength, 18 dex, and 15 arcane, physical and magic. You know, passives, no blood loss, even though it's arcane. So it's just a short sword with a very powerful Ash 4. Look at that, very Jedi-esque, and that is going to grind into your enemies and just pop, 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 pop. Now it's a decent choice. It's just a straight sword, but only real chance at an arcane weapon we have that I like the moveset of. In fact, since we do have so many sombers, it ain't gonna hurt to bring it to +5. I mean, we probably have like fucking 4 or 5 somber 5 stones. So, and we're gonna get a ton more in the underground. Just gonna do that.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Give us something new to play with for a bit. This is another weapon I've never used. Yeah, we have 3 5s, so we still have 2. There's still 2 more weapons. Our AR is over 300, so they're both right around 350. So we're not getting any less damage here. And with our scaling, we are at 153 plus 80 for physical, with the dex 98 plus 23 DD. So, as you upgrade, it's going to get better and better. See if we can get a level here. We're not too far off. Right around 43. So. There we go.
You've met Garant. Then owing to, I think you've earned this, the power of the golden.
So after you talk to Garank, he'll start selling you golden orders. It's another, Int Faith type thing, as I talked about. There's plenty of Faith Int builds. This just happens to be one of them. Get that up to 27. Alright, so now we're going over to the Smoldering Wall side of Grace, which is right here. So now we actually have, a few weapon choices as well. And, I've stayed with the same weapon so long, I do want to kind of showcase different things and play around with different things with this build. It's my first Dex Arcane build, so I want to, try out some different stuff. We use the same weapon for 20 hours. I don't really think there's a problem with it. We got the materials, let's check out some shit. So from here, you're going to take the Smoldering Wall, and you're just going to kind of go east, and we're going straight out. We're going to stay to the very bottom. There are going to be some dogs, a dog, and then a abductor virgin abductor. Well, whatever the hell fucking shit's called. Alright, let's go talk to Big Dog, bro. And one good thing about doing magic damage, though, is almost every enemy is weak to magic, and they would have to have some weaknesses to magic. Otherwise, mage builds would not be able to get through the game. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't. That's just giving you a little bit of, lore about what happened here with Melania and her rot. It's like a dead dog. Yeah, there he is. He's like hanging over this branch, and there's another one over that tree. As I said, even when it's, closed, you can get a little bit of damage on these guys. I've never staggered one of these before. That is wild. I'm guessing that Ash of War does a lot of stagger breaking. So is it to the right or to the left? Usually I take the cliff above and I'll just use my horse and I'll jump down on these roots. But if you take the bottom, I found this when I was taking notes. If you stick to the bottom of the cliff, you can go here. But usually I'll go from there and just kind of jump and land on the roots and just go on in. Pretty much just land, yeah. It's probably another reason I didn't want to take this way. Yeah, pretty much just land right in the opening of the cave. So this is a very, 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 very hidden cave. I mean, if you couldn't tell. You know, I remember how the fuck I found. Damn it. Yeah, I don't remember how the fuck I found this the first time. I think I was kind of just lost. And ended up seeing those roots and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Got stumbled into there. And I did have a really hard time at first for this fucking place. So I knew how to handle it. And I'm gonna guide you guys to it. But with the rot here, it's got like rock geysers. And it could be pretty challenging. We've already cleared this one, so not worried about this. I'm going to show you guys the way I take, because I find it easier, because those roots, you kind of just, like I happen to do, you just slide right off of it. So, the way I do it, instead of going all the way down, I'll get up here, get to the far left side, and you can kind of just jump, and land right down here, and you're not worried about, you know what I mean, what just happened to us. It's just a few thousand souls, I'm not worried about it. So we can go in here, get a few more arcane weapons. We're going to get some claws we could use. These claws skill with arcane do poison damage. Innate poison damage means you can put other things on it as well. And we get an arrow, bow and arrow, for it actually skills arcane. So what we're waiting to do here, if you're not a faith build, for one, we all have all the same stuff. Even if you're a mage build, you can come right here. I'm not using nothing else. It's wild. I just put anything on. You can come right here and put your +5 to Faith Talisman on. That'll give you 12, and you can use Flame Cleanse Me. I would highly recommend that, or craft some of your Preserving Boluses. But we're waiting on this geyser. As soon as it goes off, we're going to run and jump. Now, don't even try to run. Just walk. Don't roll no matter what. It might freak you out. You'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed. Don't worry about it, because you can get right here. And if you don't have any boluses, or don't feel like putting on that talisman, you can just wait it out. You know what I mean? Save time on the walkthrough though. We're just gonna kind of cleanse to it. Now, you can kind of stick to the right here, kind of jump around. Don't want to roll. You get over here and get some grease. I grab that because it's the walkthrough, and I'm trying to get everything. I would never go out of my way for this grease. It's not worth it. If you don't feel like doing it, don't. It isn't. It's not worth it. As you see that rot just build up, you're gonna heal through it. Flame Cleanse Me. Now that's the only spot. If you don't go for that grease, you're not gonna get rotted here anywhere else. It's just getting past that, because you can jump over here to the right, kind of rot the wall. As I said, I just don't recommend it, you know. And when you get here, I like to stay to the right, get a drop attack on him. Oop, if you could actually land it. Then go and get your bow. And go back and see that bar didn't fill up. That's not going to rot you. The only thing that's actually going to rot you here is going for that grease. Everything else, you know, your bar will just kind of go down and you'll be okay. You'll start to get rotted, but you just won't. Should be one more. Yeah. I thought it was another rat too. I guess not. It's weird. Alright. Serpent arrow that goes with the bow we just got. That is actually a arcane bow. So you get arcane scaling and dex scaling. 75 physical, 100 critical, 50 range, and it's a serpent bow. So the serpent arrows go with that. And serpent arrows do poison damage. It's just some fire grease. Now, since this weapon does elemental, it does magic, it cannot be buffed. So, you know, keep that in mind if you like it. Because the Astral Warrior is really cool. Pretty devastating, too. As you go in, you're going to jump over here on these Virgin Reductors, and you're going to go on up for your claws. And we're already about mostly the way through it. Like I said, caves are, like, they're just not long, you know. We're just going to go around getting our materials and go up towards the left on the way out. Jump right here. Take them on out, and it's about time for your double boss fight with Clean Rotten Knights. So, We know the Clean Route Knights. Well, now it's about to be another version of them. So one is going to do your typical thing where they got the spear and they summon up a bunch of, spears from the ground to try to stab you. So we got that, and then the other one's going to be throwing like these disc at you. So typically you can get one down before the other one jumps on in. If you're using the Blood Flame, doing that stuff, it's going to be much easier. Do not let that hit you. No. That other one's about to get on our ass. There's one. They can do a lot of damage on you. And it does blood loss. You're obviously going to get poisoned and rotted, so keep an eye on that. Damn. Usually I put her down by now, but using this weapon, bit different. Still got the job done. And that gets to the talisman that I'll actually put right on. So that's the gold scarab. So with that, you are going to get 30% more runes. Something to keep in mind. And right now it's a good time to put it on, going through all this stuff, because we're still earlier on enough in the game where it's gonna be nice, just try to get some levels. So alrighty, so back to the smoldering wall. What we're trying to actually do, no, probably better jail cave. Actually, never mind, go to jail cave. You can take that to where we're going, but this kind of puts us right in the back of these ruins. I do think that would probably make things a little bit easier. Not sure, where is it? So you go on back out and exit this place. And if we just kind of go straight out and go down towards the right, it's going to put us at the back of these ruins. And it is going to be nice to go from the back side. There's a lot of pests. You have not really fought the pests yet. You probably haven't even seen the pests yet. I've made sure that we've avoided them for a reason. They're very obnoxious enemies. However, we're getting to the point where they're really not a problem. They don't have much poise or much health. Now the only actual real item here is going to be the sword. So as soon as you get in here, there's going to be like 30 of these. I think there's 17. Just a bunch of baby pests. Pretty much just like running around one-shotting them. So they're just babies. But you have one big poison mage kind of like washing over them. Really weird. You just heal through if you get hit. You could also just avoid them all and go for the door. Easy souls to get, y'all. Easy souls. This is actually going to get you another intelligence katana. Not as cool as Moonbell, but it's another choice. And it's more of a strength intelligence katana, which sounds weird, but it's made from like meteorites, so it's heavy. But it's another choice if you don't really care for Moonbell. Alright, let's go on up. Deal with a lot more pests, some rot dogs as well. They're fun. They're fun. I love dogs. Dogs are like the worst enemies in Souls games, hands down. Not even close. Not even close. Alright, so we're just kind of, going through the ruins as always. Taking our time, clearing out each section, so hopefully we don't get overwhelmed. God, how much fucking health do you got, brother? So if you can get one guard break out these guys, guard counter, that's it. That's all you need. All you need. It makes a pretty tough enemy pretty easy, in my opinion. opinion. Pestclave don't do shit cool, does it? No, it's pure physical, no passives. You would think it does rot, but it doesn't. I am curious about the move set, though. I never fucked around with it because you can just put whatever affinity you want. Look at all the weapons we have, too, at this point, guys. It's insane. It's technically halberd. Okay, halberd move set. It's actually pretty cool looking. Why have I never fucked with this before? Yeah, no real damage there. Okay. So we get the dogs. That was like the circle of pests around the tree. That's probably the worst of it right there. Now you just, there's no other stairs or nothing, too crazy. But back behind it will be one more dog. He's kind of hidden right there. And one pest. And you're gonna notice it is kind of, worth your time taking them out. They're worth like 600, but with the talisman on, we're damn near getting like 1,000 souls apiece. Every time we kill 40 enemies, that's a level. Now that sounds like a lot, but you're constantly killing that many. You just don't realize it. I guess we get on torrent. Looks like we got another drop over here too. There we go. Going head on up. So we're kind of getting to the road, the main road here, and going to the right. Now, while we're on this main road, what we're looking for next, and there might be, a couple loose items just like in the open world on the left. But what we're really wanting to pay attention to is the right side. We're looking for a graveyard right before this church. It's either here or to the left a bit. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get our starlight shard here. And we're actually about to go get another larval tier. So like I said, these things are really hidden in the world. You really got to know where to look. If it wasn't for me just really going through and dissecting everything for the walkthrough, I probably would have missed it myself. But, so all these guys are here. That guy in particular, he's going to turn into a giant troll with a flame sword as soon as you kill him. So try to keep an eye on him to separate him from these guys, because we want these guys out first. We don't want them to get involved, but more importantly than them getting involved, we don't want our lock-on to, lock onto them in the middle of an otherwise tough fight. And as soon as you smack him, it's going to become something else. You know what I mean? Become a completely different fight as you're about to see. Back up. Like I said, big ass troll. Ooh. Spam much? Jesus Christ, bro. Dick. Good Lord. I guess my timing was a bit off on that one. I don't know why he has not been staggered. He has crazy poise. I've hit him with like 20 charge attacks. Bye. So doing that's gonna get you your larval tier. I don't even know how many we have. We've gotten so many. We haven't used any. We already got 7. That's almost half that's in the entirety of the game. Almost half. And we'll get most of the others. In the underground. Now, We're going to go on back up to the Church of Dragon Communion. We came here way long ago at the start of the game just to get this side of grace and show you this farm for this guy's armor. Didn't get it before and you want it. Same armor I'm using for the most part. But now, since we took out the Grail, the big dragon, which you're going to need right here. If you read it, Superior Incantation of Dragon Communion, a incantation of legendary status. So without that, you cannot get your platinum. That actually goes with our build, so we'll put that on. But yeah, if you don't get that, you can't get your platinum. That's why I said we're not so much farming that big dragon. We got to kill him. Got to take him out. Maybe 20,000 runes. I'm not even going to suggest this dragon fight. Usually I would. He's only worth 30,000. He's a dragon. You know, we know the fight. But this one, I might wait till we have a stronger weapon. We'll give it one shot. He's a motherfucker. For one, for whatever reason, you can't never get to the guy. For two, his rock goes so far. And it'll melt your health just sitting in it. So you do want to watch out for that. But, you know, I kind of want to wait until we have a weapon that would just, you know, put him down quick. We don't have to mess with that shit for too long. Sometimes, you know, your weapon's movesets really lack. Hey, I haven't got through him not even once. This is crazy. You see what I'm saying? So we might just wait and come back. I mean, it's absurd. There's nowhere to go. Yeah, we're dead. Most likely. Oh, not yet. Yeah, I usually always come back later for this guy, though. He's a handful. It really is. Usually his stomps and all that will throw rot out. And we're gonna give it one go. That's it. Come on. We got some blood bombs. Can't stagger though. Ooh, run away, run away, run away, run away. Alright, come on, buddy. Come on. Run to the left. We're slowly working down. Now this is going to run like hell. I'm not about to fall, am I? Okay. Yeah, you gotta like leave the whole arena on that one. You really do. Try to cleanse up. Basically, it's just it's the long game with this guy. It really is. It's the long game for sure. I don't know, no matter what weapon you use here, I've tried everything. It's like the tracking, you can't get to the guy. I mean, I've used everything. Great swords, halberds. I mean, you see, even sometimes it's like you're swinging through his head. Like, why are we not hitting him? Dodge. You know what I'm saying? We're down slow, but you can't seem to get anything consistent going. Come on, reposition. hell. Honestly, I was just kind of hoping I'd die so we'd just be done with it. I mean, it's going, you know, slowly but surely. And all it really is a different kind of breath attack, but still, it's a bad one. Look at that. All we do is get skimmed by it. God, all he's doing is breath, 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 breath. You don't want to do nothing else. Like, he's not even trying to do anything else. And again. And again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand this fight. It's not even going that bad. He just... Another breath. Another breath. It's insane. It's fucking insane. I swear to God, if he does a breath again, I'm gonna fucking lose it. That was like 6 in a row. That's definitely like a glitch. And he is. He really is. Instead of stomps to do it too. They were probably dead because the rod ain't with now. That roar is gonna inflict rod as well. It's a long game, y'all. This is why I said it's better to come back later. Run away. Keep doing the same system. I mean, we're not too far away, but yeah, it's a chore for sure. About got his ass. That worked. Yeah, like I said, it's a long game with him. It's really frustrating fight. Extremely frustrating fight. Now with that talisman on, we actually got 45,000 for him. Usually I think it's dead on at 30. Now from there, there's nothing left to do here. We do have one nighttime boss fight to do. I might just go around and do everything else here around the castle too. The reason is, that way next episode we can just do everything in the swamp. Oops. We just do everything in the swamp and not worry about it. So only the other thing, besides all the swamp stuff, is one boss fight. Now we already took out the death bird. If you have not, there is a death bird up there. It's going to drop you Death's Poker. I wanted to get a cool dex ant weapon for people early on. So we went up here with Sacred Blade, very low level, and took him out. And he's an extremely hard fight usually, but with Holy, he's not really, you know what I mean? Like, it was super easy. And we were like, I don't know, we weren't even level 40 at the time. Probably like level 30. The same fight it's always been. Very annoying. God damn, bro. You done? Side swipe. It's a bunch of chasing around. That's all. About got him though. Come on, tough guy. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Ooh. As always, because like I said, it's the same fight it always is, you know. Take his horse down, get a critical on him, and, you know, not too bad. Now we got all the nighttime bosses in the area down, For lower caelid, that's it. You know, there are no more for lower caelid. So Ashen 4, Poison, Moth's Flight. Now we'll just go back here and rust again. So 31,000. Fuck, I don't know if we want to. I mean, we're far away from a level like 15,000, but I'm pretty sure we got it. Like, I mean, 30 of these. That's most of it right there. Yeah, like 1,000 short. Go pop like 6 ones, that'll do it. Oop. Just to be certain, you know. The reason I said this, there's like one of those big lions with the swords on his feet. There's multiple birds, there's multiple dogs, there's a lot going on, but there is a tier over here we want for a flask. I think it's actually the windy cracked tier. All you do is go kind of near where we fought the death bird, and we're going to look down this edge and drop down to the right, and there's a bird already. That's why I said this been these levels. He's not the only thing that's here. There's a lot of bullshit right here. A lot. Dogs, birds, lions. Actually, we probably want to take him out before we get over to the lion, that's for sure. And he's on our ass, yeah. They can't hurt each other. He's back up enough. Probably one of them will get killed. Oh, he got back up. There we go. Like I said, the birds aren't the worst. They're not the best, that's for sure. Alright, so we go on back this way. Like if you went straight down, just kind of did a U-turn back around to the left. Remember, he dropped somber force. While we've been finding plenty, you never know. You know, you might get late game and have every stone but a 4 and want to get a weapon up. To him, yep. Get your Summer 4, Beast Blood, Old Bang. Now from there, we're going to jump on over to Impassable Great Bridge. So we've done everything else. So pretty much what I'm saying is, if we knock out this little catacomb over here, and we get a talisman on this tower and the loose loot, everything but this will be done. Then we could do all the swamp, we could do the tunnel right here. And we can do Celia, Town of Sorcery with Millicent's questline, everything in Lower Caelid's done. So that's kind of what, you know, I have planned, so we could put all that stuff together in the same episode. Everyone knows where to find it, where to look for that episode, and all we'll have left is Radon and get ready for the underground. So it worked out quite nicely. Now, I like going up this ladder because they're typically down on the other side, these two guys. If you go up that first one, they're staying right in front of the ladder, you can't even get up. Get them fuck gone. This is going to get us another talisman. Now this talisman is going to increase the damage of bow builds. So your arrows are going to do more damage. So you had, the first one was Arrow's Reach talisman. This is going to be Arrow's Sting talisman. Go. Oops. I don't remember hitting triangle. Alright, go and get your Arrow Sting talisman. Like I said, just gonna give you more damage on your arrows as they hit the target. Just drop all down. And where we're going is just straight on back. So if you haven't got it, there's a scarab up there with Crag Blade. Another item we got very early game. So strength builds would have a good Ashen 4 for poise damage. Now we're just sticking to the left side, going all the way back. Come on, buddy. what we want to do is stay on Torrent, and we're going to fly straight on back. There's a big ass bird, you can't hardly see him right now, but if you're lucky, you can get on into this catacomb before he gets on your ass. It's normally pretty close, and he still gets in the door and he tries to get you. But you do got your iframes, take advantage of them. There you go. Rest, de-aggro. We're good to go. So probably gonna go back to Bloodhound's Fang. It's still the best thing we got going. I wanted to switch it up. I mean, it's just the best thing we got, you know. So there's a little bit of everything in here. Poison flowers. We've got skeletons. Actually, that's most of it. But like I said, just a little bit of everything, though. You might want to actually take out, so there's a skeleton right here jumping out at you, but you might actually want to take some of these poison flowers out, because there is like blowers behind them, so it might be kind of like blocking something good for you. Alright, so as soon as we go on down, just drop and turn right around. We are in rot, so you got a illusionary wall here with the plant. Take him out. Miranda Spout Ashes, that's what these guys are, so if you want to use them, I guess to rot an enemy, they're not really exactly a heavy hitter. Yep, see what I'm saying? So the globe work, we actually got to it, so that's good for me. We don't need to sit there and take them all the way out. Now this is weird, so the lever for the boss sword is actually, if you turn around and smack this, that's your lever. Not exactly staring you in the face, but you're already to the end of the catacomb. There's nothing else here, nothing else worth getting, and you are going to have a fight with a cemetery shade, so I should have thought of that. Let's go ahead and put on our flambers, or whatever you have with holy damage. Not needed. I mean, you can just use whatever. I just think this would be, as far as the walkthrough goes, is the best advice I got you. So the last one had a bunch of skeletons. This one's not gonna. Come on. Buddy, I'm out of mana. I want to hit you with Dash of Lord. It does so much damage to him. Look at that. There's the cemetery shade. We get him down. Kindred of Rot Ashes. Now you can get your own little pest. And from there, we could jump on over to Southern Aeonia Swamp Bank. As, yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else to get. We've got it all. Yeah, so pretty much next episode, we're going to have to go talk to an NPC, and he's going to send us down here in the swamp. We've already got, you know, the mage spell, the mage staff, the ashes of Floor, you know, the somber stones, the rune arcs. We pretty much got everything there. So there is a boss fight in the middle, and there's a NPC invasion. Then obviously there's poison ornaments, the scarab, the invisible scarab we didn't get. Besides that, that's it, you know. Kill the boss, grab a couple of items, do the tunnel, then go up here, do Millicent's questline, and Silly Town of Sorcery, and, you know, we're ready for Radon. So we're going to save everything else. I know it's a bit early in this episode. Well, not really. We typically go for an hour instead of 50 minutes. That's about right. So what we're going to do is we are going to stop here and then, you know, put everything involving Aeonia Swamp together. Like I said, that'll be Millicent's questline. That's going to be the tunnel, the swamp itself, the boss in the swamp, and then, you know, Millicent's questline's tying into all of that. So we're going to keep all that together, make it easier for people to find. If they aren't following along, they can just kind of look up whatever episode they need, you know, for the help they need. So that's why we're going to do that. But either way, we are going to wrap up here. You guys stay tuned for the conclusion of Lower Caelid, and then either following that, we'll be doing Radon, because we've already cleared the castle, so it's just one fight. But if not, we'll put it at the beginning of next episode after that. We've already gotten Ronnie's quest going, so pretty much as soon as we take out Radon, we can go to the underground. So Radon will either be in the beginning of the episode to do the underground, or we'll try to fit him in next episode depending on how much time we have left. Either way, you guys stay tuned and follow along, and, you know, we will get you your platinum and get you all through it. So no matter what, if you follow along, you're not going to miss anything anyways. But Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here next episode.